The Great Escape's Global Scavenger Hunt is an around-the-world traveling competition. The competition is 23 days long, and it's during springtime. I've actually competed in the competition 3 times, and in total that means that I've competed in more than 35 countries. I went on this amazing trip that really changed my life, and it also raised money for charity. Some people call it a blind date with the world, and that's because you have no idea where you're going. Every time you get to a country, you get a book of scavengers, which are things you can do for points. Whenever you're going to leave that country, only 3 or 4 hours beforehand do you get told what the next country is going to be, or where you're going to go. One of the times while we were in Shanghai, we had to go outside of the city and go to a small water village. While we were there, one of the scavengers was to buy a goldfish. So I went to these kids and they had all of these goldfish sitting in bags on a table. I bought a goldfish, and one of the things to do in the town for good luck is to take a water boat ride and release your goldfish. As we were on the water boat ride, I bent over the side and released my goldfish and saw him swim away, and not 10 minutes later saw all of the kids that I bought the goldfish from sitting by the side of the same river, fishing all of the goldfish out and putting them back in bags to sell to other tourists. In Dubai, they have a lot of really crazy things. One of which is they sell gold bars out of a vending machine. Another thing that they have is indoor skiing. So I went and rented a snowboard and got on their indoor skiing ramp. Very soon after, I landed face first on the snow and decided to leave. Going from so hot to so cold to so hot in such a short period of time, I actually ended up giving myself a cold. In Australia, one of the first things we did is we went to the zoo. I was really just dying to see a koala, and they're really cute up close. Whenever I went to Colombia, we visited Cartagena, which is a really beautiful town. It's right by the water. And one of the things that we had to do for a scavenge was to take a bus about an hour outside of town to a small volcano that they had poured mud and water into and made their own natural hot mud baths. We would climb in this really tall, almost looked like an anthill. We would climb down this really long ladder to lay in this mud. The mud was so thick and so deep that you couldn't touch the bottom. You would just float in this big, massive goop of mud. In South Korea, we went to a temple and I got to ring this huge bell that normally only the priests are allowed to ring. One of the things I had to do while we were in Korea is I had to eat these larvae, these little bugs, and they serve them to you almost like it's soup, where they give you a coffee cup and ladle out a bunch of bugs into this coffee cup for you, and then hand it to you like it's totally normal.
Great Escapes has really taught me that the world is a lot smaller than I thought it would be. People are really just people everywhere, no matter how many different cultures you see or experience. Everyone loves their families, everyone loves each other, everyone has things that they care about and that they work towards. Every different nation, every different culture has a unique perspective. And to go and personally experience that perspective is one of the best ways to learn. The world really is an amazing classroom.